Oh boy, welcome to a special edition of OCG Thursday. So I've been kind of digging around on Twitter and I saw some stuff. This is Adamancipator Master Monk? Alright, so what is going on here? So remember, the OCG does have Block Dragon, but that's besides the point here. We're using Master Monk. This card cannot be normal summon or set. This card cannot be special summon except by attributing one Monk Fighter. That's a 19... Okay, sure. Monk Fighter. Battle damage to this card's controller from battle becomes 0. What are we doing here? What is the point to making Master Monk? Okay. OCG concepts. I understand. So we have the one copy of Analyzer. Alright, that's some basic stuff. Triple copies of Researcher and triple copies of Seeker. 2 copies of the Barrier Statue of Drought. Okay. We have 1 Block Dragon and 1 Block Golem. If this monster is in your graveyard or Earth. Alright, and that's for everything. You tribute this card, target 2 level 4 or lower rock monster in your graveyard, except for Block Golem, and special summon those. But their effects cannot be activated. I'm still so confused here. Triple copies of Doki Doki for rock searching. And then we have 2 copies of the Iron Hammer Giant. If you control DD Esper, Sparrow, or Beast Puma, or Garuda, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card faces on the field, it cannot be cannot change battle position. Once per turn, target 1 card your opponent controls. It can attack your opponent directly this turn. So we're just making our Monk Fighter attack directly. I'm so confused. We have triple Master Monk, triple copies of the Monk Fighter, with 1 Nemesis Keystone, Grand Mole, and with the 1 Rock Band Xeno Guitar. This card's pretty good. We also have the 1 Century Soldier of Stone and 2 Tackle Crusader. Okay, we also have triple copies of the Power of the Guardians. If an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, place 1 spell counter on this card. The equipped monster gains 5 attack and defense for each spell counter on this card. The equipped monster would be destroyed by a card effect and remove a counter from this instead. So we're just... this we get extra counters on this. We united, we stand it. Transmodify for the level up. Actually, I guess that's kind of cool. We can transmod our level 2. Yeah. No, same type and attribute as that monster. I guess we just transmod our Doki into... I don't... This is all so weird. We have the triple united, we stand in the triple super team buddy force. This is just the weird stuff I see that people are like, hey, I built this. It's cool. We have 2 Mrs. Radiant, Hulk, 1 copy of the Barricade Borg Blocker, Go-Go Goliath, Gorgon, Granite, with Shooting Riser, Archosaurus, Power Tool, Naturia, the 1 Hyper Psychic Riser, Cosmic Blazer, Borreload Savage, and Armory Arm. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this to your imagination for you to look at, because it is cute. I love you, OCG. Never actually change. Alright, so there was an OCG tournament. I think this was 10 people. And frickin' Sunavalon finally got to do something. They were actually the winner of this. So I don't have a side deck for this, unfortunately. But finally, some love for Sunavalon, man. I love this deck, but it's only got 1 line of play, and anything happens to that line of play, you're like, oh, thingy, I lose. So, Sunavalon. 2 copies of Ash Blossom, 2 copies of Lone Fire, but of course, I'm actually shocked the OCG still has this limited. 2 Maxi, and then they're playing this thing. If your opponent special summons a monster with 2,000 or more attack from the extra deck, except during damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned from your hand, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that was special summoned from the extra deck. While this card is face-up on the field, that monster cannot activate its effects. You can only use each effect of a Miradora, Sky Swing of the Whirlwind, once per turn. Also, the activation effect of these effects cannot be negated. So we get to bring out this huge power force and laugh at our opponent as they actually cannot do a single thing to this. That's actually really cool. We have 2 Gamma in this. Triple copies of Sunseed Shadow, 1 Sunseed Twin, 1 copy of the Maiden with 1 Driver, and triple copies of Sunseed Genius Loki. This is honestly, you unfortunately have to play this because this is your starter. We have 2 copies of Called by the Grave, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 copy of Feather Duster, 1 Monster Reborn, triple copies of the Sunvine Shrine. This card is value time. 1 talent with triple Unexpected Die, triple copies of Where Art Thou with 1 World Legacy Successor. It is a secondary Monster Reborn for this deck because all of your Link monsters all point down, so you'll have literally no problem getting the full benefits of this card. Then we have triple Imperm and 1 copy of our big Sunavalon Bloom. Then we have triple copies of the Sunvine Thrasher. This is going to be our big beat stick. 3,200 attack points is quite the issue for the opponent. 2 copies of the Rank 4, or Link 4. Then triple copies of the Dryas, triple copies of the Drynome, or excuse me, 2 Drynome, and triple copies of Dryas. So, alright, this basic stuff. Then we have the 1 Ceros Iris Cronugius, and the 1 copy of the Aromatherapy Jasmine. This makes sense because we're all plants. Huh. So that's your successful Sunavalon list. Very interesting. This also showed up. We have some Evil Eye. Once again, I cannot tell you the last time we saw some sort of Evil Eye success. I think that this deck is actually really cool in what it aims to do for the metagame. I think a lot of players are like, really? Evil Eye? Yeah, the deck is still really freaking cool. I remember Evil Eye True Draco. I remember how many players were just like, True Draco? Yeah, I feel that. So this deck also found success in an OCG local. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring, triple copies of Maxi, triple copies of Surziel Watcher of the Evil Eye, triple copies of the Paradolia, 2 copies of the Evil Eye of Selene, 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, triple copies of Pot of Duality, 2 copies of Pot of Extravagance Machine, 2 copies of Super Poly, ooh, Combo Breaker, 1 Terraforming, 2 copies of Triple Tactical Talents, triple copies of Crackdown, 1 Evil Eye Defeat. We actually play this. If you control an Evil Eye monster, target 1 monster, and or up to 2 instead of Evil Eye of Selene in your spell and trap card zone, return them to the hand. That doesn't feel good, actually. 2 copies of Retribution, because the card's good. 1 Imperm, triple Macro. God, I wish we had triple Macro Cosmo. Oh, man. I understand why this deck's good. Oh, yeah, and Emptiness. We also have triple Solemn Strike. 1 there can only be 1, and 1 Emptiness. Extra deck here, we have 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Lilla, and 1 Kishi Kill. 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Utopia, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Castiel, 2 copies of Starving Venom, Mud, 1 copy of the Skull Knight, 1 El Rey Conquista, with the 1 Adagnister, and the 1 copy of the Swan. Wrapping up your very interesting experience for Evil Eye. And then the last list I have for you guys is Combo Phantom Knight. And I think this deck's kind of cool for what it does. There's some a little bit more interesting stuff coming from other builds. But yeah, so we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 1 copy Ghost Bell in the Haunted Mansion, 1 Ghost Ogre, 1 Maxi, 1 Nibiru, triple copies of Raider's Wing, of course, triple copies of Strange Lanius Man, 1 Ancient Cloak, 1 Silent Boots, 1 Torn Scales, triple copies of Time Thief Adjuster, 2 copies of the Biel's Ship, 1 copy of the Chronocoder, with triple copies of my Time Thief Regulator Dog, 2 copies of Space Winder, 1 copy of Called by the Grave, 1 Crossout Designator, 1 Foolish Barrel, 1 Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic, and then 1 Pot of Disparity and 1 Twin Twister. Traps, we have 1 Infinite Permanence, 1 copy of the Raid Raptor's Claw, triple copies of Shade Brigadine, 2 copies of Time Thief Flyback, and 1 copy of Retrograde. Down here in the extra deck department, we have 1 Phoenix, 1 Hashima, triple copies of Time Thief Redoer, triple copies of Perpetua, 1 copy of the Double Barrel, 1 Break Sword, 1 Force Strix, 1 Raider's Knight, 1 Sky Thunder, 1 Dark Rebellion, and 1 copy of Arc Rebellion. Wrapping up probably some of the scrubbiest deck list I've ever actually got the chance to cover, but I love cool little concepts in the things that players try to do. It's always very interesting. So don't miss out on the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you can keep up with this awesome content. And, well, I'll see your beautiful faces later on in the day. Peace out, guys. Have a good Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCall40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCall40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcallgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.